Welcome back, everybody. I hope you are having a beautiful and amazing day. And why shouldn't we open up this day a little bit with a little bit of some gossipy kind of stuff? Because, I know a lot of people have been struggling with their love life. If you have been going through a breakup, if you've been going through heartache and you're not over somebody, this is the right reading for you. And trust me, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this a lot. And we just I'm so sorry if you're going through such heartache. Prayers go to you. Prayers go to you. Your prayers go to you there. Erase the energies. Erase that energy. This, you're starting anew. But I understand you might be wondering what they're thinking of you, or if they're over you or not. And how should you pursue all this? Well, this is what we're gonna have to answer, and you are gonna love this. I know you are. So, with pile number 1, we got the Amethyst, and the pile number 2, we've got the Osmium, and look at that, and it's how perfect. It's a beautiful heart. And then we have the Green Moonstone. I hope you chose your pile. Choose wisely, and we'll get on to the first pile. Okay, pile number 1, Amethyst. What are your ex's thoughts of you? Consciousness. Change. Control. Ooh. Stress. Sharing. No thingness. So immediately they made this change here. They made a change within themselves, and they thought that they were, at the time, they were just going through with their consciousness. This was a choice that they made to, out of their consciousness, to just like to end the relationship. The thought, I could just tell that they wanted to change you. And look at these two right here, change and control. They wanted to. I can get a sense that they were trying to change you. You know how those you know what I'm saying. You know how they're all like if I change them, then I just want to be with them so I can change them. Yeah, do you know what, there was like almost like 8 years ago or something like that. I had an ex-friend who was like that with his ex, but even though he was saying, oh well, she's so much controlling, he was the one who was also trying to stick around and change her for his betterment. And that was, and the thing is that your ex just was under a lot of stress. It wouldn't shock me if you brought a lot of stress in his life, or this was giving you stress. So take it with a grain of salt. And you were just sharing that stress, all of these struggles. It was almost like as if you were fighting. And the thing is that they actually want to share their, or they're stressing that they were like that. They were stressing that they were control freaks, and that they said, you know what, that's not the way we should go about this. And they wanted to share these thoughts and feelings with you. And the thing is that it was a huge stressful. I'm getting the fact that this was a huge stressful situation because you both wanted some form of control. Either you or him or both of you were control freaks, and they would prefer this nothingness. They would prefer to have it just like end it. But that's not a bad thing, because also nothingness can also mean, hey, let's try to make amends. Let's try to make amends, and we'll just, because all of this was awful. This was awful, and I want to try to make amends and start from square one. Sometimes this is kind of sorry. This is a kind of upsetting. This is really upsetting. And they're devastated for what's been going on. They don't want they don't want you back. I'm getting a sense that they don't want you back, or if they do, they want something to change within themselves. They want some form of change. They either want you to change, or something needs to change, so that way not just one but both of you are in control, and that way the stress levels can decrease, and all of that stuff, it will create nothingness, and you all can start from square one. But again, this is both good and bad. There are two sides of the coin. So take which one most resonates with you. Divine talents. Karmic clearing. Spiritual decree. Fourth ray of harmony. We're getting actually a lot more information here. Second ray of wisdom. Wisdom of the divine feminine. So the thing is that I'm having a sense that they don't want you back. But the thing is that this is a very, very good for you. This is very good for you, and their thoughts towards you is just only going to help you grow. These thoughts, especially with karmic clearing, these thoughts, I wouldn't be surprised, is a bunch of projection about themselves. Even though they're saying that we're not good enough for this relationship, it's more so them. And I understand that you might be going through this spiritual decree, and you're being you're gaining a lot of wisdom, and it's hard, and it hurts. it wouldn't shock me if you both, or even you exclusively, and or the person that you were with, had are extremely talented, whether if they were singing, whether if it's musically or spiritually or in terms of tech. It doesn't matter. They have you or them both, or have a great talent. And the thing is that it's only going to bring harmony to you. This is not a bad thing. Just because one thing ends, it doesn't mean that that it's a bad thing. And it's actually kind of good that the thing that things have broken off. They might be thinking that this is a good thing, or even you might be thinking that this is a good thing, because the thing is that it's just giving you time for both of you to grow and both of you to just heal. It wouldn't shock me if this relationship was begun because both of you were damaged in some way, shape, or form. And when there are two damaged souls trying to heal each other, that creates a lot of stress, and you both share that struggle, and it just destroys everything. So their thoughts on you are, I can tell that it's not the fact that you're bad, it's just that you were not a good fit. And they weren't a good fit. Even if you felt like it was the perfect fit, it wasn't. And do you know what? That's so disheartening. But the thing is that this needed to happen. You're better than this. I'm not gonna lie. Just recently, I broke off with a beautiful friend of mine. She was amazing. She was an amazing friend to me, and she's an amazing human being. But the thing is that we were just not very compatible, and because we were just at different levels of in life at the time. And the thing is that she just thought that that because of that, things needed to sort of break off, because we were in two entirely different sets in our ways. And so their thoughts of you are not the fact that you're awful. It's just that, I know this might sound discouraging, but you're not the right fit. But the thing is that just because you're not the right fit for them doesn't mean that you're the wrong fit for everybody. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing. You're actually taking, it's a weed that you're pulling out. And sometimes the weed pulls itself out for exclusively for you, and that's not a bad thing. They're actually saving you time. They're saving you heartache. And I understand that that there was this huge tug of war for control, and this was whether if it's over your emotions or your mind, or take control of the relationship, this was not healthy. They do want you back, and they don't at the same time. I can see that in one aspect they do want you back, but at the same time they're saying no, because do I really want to go through this pain again? And you might be going through that as well. It wouldn't shock me if there's huge amount of confusion, and that's what karmic clearance is. That you're on the fence on these sorts of things. And here's another. So here, but we need to know more about this. Jump in. Okay. Your life is a canvas. Surrender to the sweetness. Activated Earth. Earthed. And I remember. The thing is that I can see that you just need, they're just jumping into this new change, and what their thoughts of you is that is even though they really care for you, and you know what, they absolutely care for you, and that's why they're just saying jump in, and jump in is, it doesn't mean like jump into another relationship, just jump into an acceptance and jump in within yourself, because you are an amazing person, pile number one. You are amazing. You're and it's perfect. Your life is a canvas. This is just the thing is that they see and think that you're brilliant. You're brilliant. It's and the thing is that you're brilliant. You're sweet, and you are a very earthed person. You're a very earthed soul, and as much as there's just like this huge like a conflict between you two. The thing is that you're just you, pile number one. They have a feeling that just you deserve better. It hurts, but the thing is that things are broken off for a reason, whether if it's for you to heal or for them to heal, and just they will always remember you. They will always remember you. You are a huge impact in their life, and they're grateful. They're grateful that you were in their lives. They are not taking you for granted. It hurts. They know it does, and they're going through it as well. Their thoughts of you are that, yeah, I can't say enough. You're amazing, but the thing is that I just there's just too much conflict in character, too much conflict in whether if it's in character or age or just something is just saying they want this to work, but it just won't. Even though they know that you deserve the world, they think very highly of you. It hurts to no end that it has to come to an end. But do you know what? They know that you're amazing. They think you're amazing. They know you're amazing. They feel that you're amazing. That just it's just unfortunate that there are just differences. They know that you're a very unique soul, and that you're very needed. So keep your chin up. Keep your chin up. Keep your head up, pile number one. It hurts, but do you know what? They know deep down inside that you deserve better. And you absolutely do. That's amazing. You absolutely do deserve better, pile number one. You don't deserve this abuse. You don't deserve this awful karma. Good karma is going through your ways, and things are just evolving, and things are only going to get better. And even the person that even your ex knows this deep down inside, even if they're just like saying how awful you might have been. If they didn't care about you, they wouldn't be talking that much amount of smack. if they didn't care about you, they would say, yeah, whatever. Yeah, bye. Yeah, buzzle off. Yeah, but they're not going through that. They're hurting. That's amazing. They're hurting. You're both if you are, you both are hurting, and that's okay. There's nothing to heal if it doesn't hurt. You're just in the healing process. They're in the healing process, and it would not shock me if you both end up making amends in some way, shape, or form. Reflecting on all this and understanding that they messed up, and in some way, shape, or form that they did, but you know what? That's not a bad thing. They were just keep your head up. You're on the right path, and there's nowhere but up for you, pile number one. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll go on to pile number two here. Hello, pile number two. How are you doing? Here's that if you picked the Osmium crystal, this is your reading for the day, and so what are your ex's thoughts of you? The miser. Completion. Understanding. Mind. Intensity. And beyond illusion. I can tell that at the beginning they just see you as someone who's very, very greedy, because that's what a miser is. They just hog so many things, but that might not be you. It can also be them, how they were just like. And I'm not saying that they're like literally a miser in terms of riches, and they're like money hoarders. They could be like, they can even be hoarding your time and hoarding all these other things, or they might have felt like that's how you were towards them. But the thing is that even though that they were that you had that there was some level of completion for them. They completed you, or you completed them, and they understand that they understand you. They were very understanding people, and they had a beautiful mind. They even know that you have a beautiful mind. You both were very, very compatible. And they see and know that you're very understanding, and you completed them. You really did. You completed them, and you have a beautiful mind. But the thing is that they were just like, even though you completed them, and just there might have been some bizarre understanding, and that relationship might have been just like way too intense to the point where what your dreams, it was just beyond illusion. So I don't mean to sound like a bad thing, but it might have been very, very your goals and dreams may have been very diluted. You might have been delusional because the thing is that or it possibly may have been theirs. If you were on the whether they might have been on the guilty party of it, but either one of you were very hoarding of the other because I mean they felt like you completed them or you felt they completed you. And the thing is that there was just this huge, even though there was an understanding, just because there's understanding doesn't mean that there was a lack of it. And just like you see how like the mind here, it's just going absolutely insane. I don't think that they even knew entirely what they wanted. But they were just going off of feeling, and the feeling just was intense, and it just like turned into a huge illusion. And the thing is that it was just not it was not realistic. At least the expectations were not realistic. And it doesn't and that's not a bad thing. Their expectations were not realistic, or yours weren't. It goes both ways. But there was some kind of disconnect where just things just were not. I'm just kind of seeing that you wanted these things to work, or they did. Or both of you wanted it to work. The thing is that it just couldn't. It might be it might be because of the age. It might be because of the occupation. It might be because of location. This might be a long distance relationship, just like or you're just possibly emotionally distant. It's like you want it to work, but you just ultimately couldn't, and you tried to make it work, or they tried to make it work, and it just didn't. And you know what? That's nothing to be ashamed of. Just some things just don't work at all, and you hear earth healing, spiritual service. Master of healing. Initiation by air. First ray of power. Sixth ray of devotion. Even though they know that this wasn't entirely a compatible one, they just, both of you, they just said you might have not been compatible, and there might have been just some weird bizarre nuances, and just like something just like entirely off, because both of you needed to heal, or either and or both of you needed to heal. And they did you a spiritual service, and you did them a spiritual service as well, because without some sort of struggle, without some sort of conflict, there's no lesson. And this is going to make you heal. This is very much what was needed. They were a healer to you, and you were a healer to them. The reason why they see, what they think of you is that you are a wonderful healer. You helped heal their souls. You helped heal them. You helped, or just like any form of it. They know that you're a positive they know that you're a positive force, and you should know that too. That you too are a positive force in their lives, and in everybody's lives in general. The first ray of power. You also have a. You're also very powerful, and they know that you're devoted. So the thing is that they might have not had the same passion nor the same devotion as you. And the thing is that they know that they know that you're a devoted person. They know that you're powerful, and they think that they were there because you were a healer, because they were broken. They were, and you do such great service to them and to the souls, and they might have been an energy vampire, and you might have ended it, or they might have ended it because they just might have felt like they were just not good enough. There are some people out there who will dump you just because it's like, it's not the fact that you're not good enough for them, is that they're not good enough for you. And so that's not a bad thing. Or they might project it and make you feel hurt and say that you're not good enough for them. No, they are not good enough for you. If they were, you would not. Neither of you would have separated. You are more than enough, and you need to know that. Okay? You're a very, very, very wonderful soul. You're a very, 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 very wonderful spirit, and you're just, the thing is that I can tell that even though you might be a very young soul, or you might have dated a young soul, and the thing is that young souls tend to be they tend to not know what they want. And I think that was the case. There was a huge clash, and they were greedy, and even though you felt completed, that they just ultimately they didn't know what they wanted, and that's okay. There are a lot of people who don't know what they want. So, Cosmic Heart. What starseeds have to tell you? You see, you're not for everyone. Star Ancestors. Weight of the World. Lost Lands. The thing is that they know that you have a cosmic heart. You are a beautiful divine spirit, and you're a very beautiful divine soul. And because of that, you're just not for everyone. And you know what? That's not a bad thing. They're doing you a service, and maybe that's what the spiritual service is. They know that you're just outright amazing. And people don't know how to handle outright amazing people, especially these days. Everybody feels so distraught and corrupt, and they see what's trendy, and they see the attention others are getting, whether if it's through social media and this, that, the other. They see that you ultimately know what you want. They don't, and that you're the star, and that they see that you are a very beautiful star ancestor, and that you have the capabilities to carry the weight of the world, or even, or you, this relationship might have felt like you were carrying the weight of the world. Because, and if you can carry the weight of the world, and you have the capabilities of, I think that's what it is. You have the capabilities of carrying the weight of the world, and that's what made them kind of like greedy and lured them to you in the first place. They wanted to help you carry them, but the thing is that even though you have the capabilities of carrying the weight of the world, that doesn't mean that you can solve everyone's problems. And you like the lost lands, even though you have soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. The thing is that you're a very gifted person. You're very gifted, and it's not a bad thing that things have ended. In many cases, this is a saving grace. This might have been, and their thoughts of you just means that they are just like a muse of what you can do. You do have a cosmic heart. You're not for everyone. You are very unique. They thought that they can match with this unique soul of yours. They couldn't. And again, it's not that they didn't want to, it's just that they couldn't. It's like trying to communicate in a foreign language that you don't know. Purity, you are a pure soul, pile number 2. You are a very good soul. You're a pure soul, and a lot of that stuff is very foreign to this world, unfortunately. Very few know what a pure soul is, and you're one of them. So don't feel discouraged. You are on the right path, and they know that you're one of the best people out there. You're perfect for anybody. You just weren't perfect for them. And that's unfortunate. But do you know what? That doesn't mean that you're on the wrong side of the stick here. You are better than you think. You're purer than you think. You are stronger than you think. Probably too strong for the average person. And that's not a bad thing. So, do you know what? Again, just things are only gonna get better. Okay? Just know that you're a lot better than you think right now. And just because your ex might have thought that you were not good enough, or maybe you feel like you weren't good enough, or you felt like they were good enough. I mean, sooner or later you'll find your worth, and it's okay. You're very good. You're a very pure golden heart, and they sense that in you. You're probably just too good for them. You're too good to be true, and they don't deserve you, and they know that they don't deserve you. Okay, thank you very much for watching that. That's a beautiful message from your ex. Basically, in other words, it's not you, it's them. And they know that. Well, I hope that answers a lot of questions and brings a lot of peace to you. Now we're going on to pile number 3. All right, pile number 3. This is your reading. So if you chose the Green Moonstone, this is your reading. So here we go. I hope things are going out with you. So I mean, what are what are your ex's thoughts of you? Laziness. The rebel. Letting go. Flowering. Schizophrenia. Experiencing. Okay, so do you know what? I'm having they might think might think that they're, again, this might be a projection thing, but the thing is that they were kind of a rebel, and they let go of you because they might have thought that you were just lazy. Like the thing is that you weren't doing enough for their needs. Which this person might have been spoiled. This person might your ex might have been spoiled. Your ex might have been not contributing much, or they've been contributing a lot, and they just felt like you didn't do all that much, even though possibly, even though you both possibly were. It's just like this this sort of like you're not doing enough or you're not good enough, and the thing is that this relationship might have probably have been been extremely long. It might have, correct me if I'm wrong, if it was a marriage, because anything that seems to be overly long term, especially if it's decades old, especially a marriage. Like, I mean, there was this skit that Chris Rock did back in the 90s, and he said, marriage is for life, and anything it shouldn't be for life, because anything for life just promotes laziness. So it wouldn't shock me if there was just a lot of laziness going on, whether if it was from your or their behalf of the relationship, that just things were not going well, and the thing is that you're letting go, and good job on that. You're clearing the essences of all of that. They let you go because, or even that you let them go, and it was just time to let go. That's what they were thinking. It's like, I mean, like, and especially flowering and schizophrenia and experiencing, you might have just been too young for them, and I'm not talking about exclusively age, but it might have been also been just like in the way you carried yourself. You might be a little too free for them. You might be a little too not very serious. Like, you're not really looking to settle down, even though they were, or they were just a little too settled. And the thing is that they were saying, okay, you know what? I just need to get rid of this. I just need to get rid of this because just this situation is not just doing it for me. This person's a little too young. This person is a little too and especially schizophrenia. This, you might be suffering through. You might have a disability that they can't have, and experiencing that is just like too stressful for them, and or the other way around. They might have you might have. But the thing is that just because they thought they're thinking that this situation was too much to handle, and they thought that they were lazy, doesn't always mean that it's true. That So I mean, it's not a. This was a complicated relationship, but because of just like growth. The thing is that just because they were thinking that this relationship was getting a little too lackadaisical and too conflicting, that doesn't mean that was. But what else do they think of you? Even though they might think these negative things of you, what else do they think? Master of Hilarion and Archangel Raphael. Key of Light. Divine Grace, Law of Efficiency. Fifth ray of intellectual knowledge. Life path. Initiation by fire. So even though there were tons and tons and tons of issues going on with you, and they might have felt that you were all this lazy, they also ultimately know that you are a huge light on this planet. That you are one of the most divine people, and that you're very, very intellectual. You're very amazing. You especially like life path. You're taking on a new path, and initiation by fire. So initiation by fire. You're a very fiery sort of person. So you might. And this could be anything. This could be the fact that you're a Sagittarius. That it might, because that's a fire sign, or you're very fiery and you're kind of like a feisty person. And the thing is that you might have been a little too hot to handle, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Again, it might have been that you were just too much, and just even though things were getting kind of lackadaisical, that doesn't. They know deep down inside that you're just a key of light. That you're a divine. That you're very gracious. That you're very caring. That you're very, very that you have a lot of knowledge, and that you're taking a wonderful life path. And again, that's just like not for everybody to process. But that doesn't. But just because things don't work out doesn't mean that they think negatively of you. They don't think negatively of you. They actually think very, very highly of you. They think that you are a light on this planet, and that's not a bad thing. That's actually very, 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 very great, and it's something that you should absolutely embrace. It's something that you should absolutely just hold in your heart. And just because things didn't go well doesn't mean that you're a bad person. You're not. They know that you're not a bad person. Just things are just like a little too complicated. They just didn't know what to do or how to handle the situation. And they see here, this is another thing that you got the love. They know that you're a loving person. Starkeeper, you are a starseed. You're one of the best people on this planet. Child of the cosmos. That you are, and you're not alone. And I'm sorry. They know that they messed up. They know that they messed up. They know that you are one of the best people on this planet. One of the best souls. I mean, God, you got the love. You try to make so many things work. But it's just they realize this now. Maybe they didn't realize it at the beginning, but they realize how hard you tried to make it work. And that's a wonderful thing. They know that you're a huge child of the thing is that even though you might feel alone, and the fact that you're not alone, you might feel like you are alone after this because of the breakup. But the thing is that there are a lot of people who are just like you, pile number 3, and that's not a bad thing. And they're so sorry. They're so sorry that they messed up. They know what they did. They know what they did was awful. They know what they're missing out, and it wouldn't shock me if they want you back. They know that you are not alone because you are the child of the cosmos, because you got the love, because you got the Star Keeper. You are a very attractive essence. You're a very attractive person. You're in a very attractive soul, and they see that in you. And the fact that they're missing out, it just devastates them. It wouldn't shock me that they want you back, and it wouldn't shock me that they want to make amends, and they see how lazy and how things, how naive and awful they might have been. They know you tried. And it hurts them. They wish that they could have done better. And they know that you're one of the best souls in existence. They want you back, but they're not going to beg for you back, because they just are like saying, you know what, they just feel so humiliated and so awful for how they treated you and how things ended. But you know what, that's not a bad thing. They want to make things work again. They want to make amends. But they know that you, pile number 3, you have the ultimate say. And that's up to you. The ball's in your court. They're hoping for you to take them back because they know what they did was wrong. But they're not gonna... They just feel embarrassed, and they're not gonna beg for you back. They're not gonna reach out. So I don't know, pile number 3. Do you want them back? Do you want to give them another shot? If that's all up to you. Okay, thank you so very much for watching this. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe so the echoes expand.